completely different. Well, not that completely. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable participants, it is truly an honor for me to stand before you today at this respectful event. As you might know, and as was told right now, I won a competition. I never win competitions, but apparently I did something right about that. So thank you, UCL team, for choosing my proposal for the open slot speaking competition and giving me this unique opportunity to share with you my intellectual quest, and I'm going to explain briefly. My name is Liad Ortar, and I'm a doctoral student at the Department of Gerontology, University of Haifa. Haifa is in the north part of Israel, and I'm the head of the Israeli CSR Institute. And just to let you know that each and every one of you is responsible. Well, you might be a bit amazed or maybe amused when I just said that we are all responsible. Some question probably popped up in your mind. What is he talking about? I'm a responsible guy, but aren't we all? We all would like to think about ourselves as responsible entities. But what is responsibility? Aristotle held that voluntary actions were the only ones for which a person could be praised or blamed. This is the justification for treating his account of voluntary actions as an account of responsibility. But at his time, around 400 years BC, things were a bit different than they are today. People didn't live as long as they live today, and I'm not going to talk about the change in lifespan. Human rights, or as they were called back then, natural rights, had a very different meaning than it is today, and the economic system was altogether very, very different. If there is one difference in the economic system that one can put his hand on, is the fact that the current capitalistic system is ruled by one dominant financial creature. It is a creature with a very explicit generic structure. Its DNA orders it to perform one major task on the expense of many others. This task is creating profit. And not just any kind of profit, but financial one. You probably understand by now that the creature that I'm talking about is the business corporation. Out of the 100 largest financial institutions of the world, 51 are business corporations. They are the bedrock of the Western economy, paving the way for the proliferation of the capitalistic system with this destructive neoliberal agenda. Well, that was quite a harsh sentence, isn't it? Well, not all is gloomy. Corporations are leading in innovation, implementing diversity in the workplace, and taking care of their employees that are responsible for their older parents or grandparents, and the UK is a global leader in this field. These social perspectives of business were introduced already in the mid-50s with a book by Professor Howard Bowen, the father of CSR, The Social Responsibilities of the Businessman. And later on by Professor Ed Freeman, is there any correlation with Member of Parliament Freeman? Who during the 80s coined the term stakeholder theory, explaining to us all that a corporation is a social entity with complex relationships to manage, and by all means, it cannot reject its social responsibilities. Professor Milton Friedman tried to do so some years before him, saying that the only responsibility of a business is to increase its profit. And this is, on a nutshell, how the term corporate social responsibility, or CSR in short, was born. Many theoretical frameworks added up during the years, such as the legitimacy theory that we call social license to operate, the triple bottom line by John Elkington, who just recently urged for a recall on his concept, the shared value theory by Porter and Kramer. And these days we also have inclusive capitalism, conscious capitalism, sustainability with all its variation, social enterprise, the B Corp, social and green bonds, and the list goes on and on. And some of them even are saying that CSR is dead. And let's make some room for new concepts and ideas. And I say CSR is dead, don't believe CSR. Basically, CSR is an ethical framework dominated by a deontological argumentation of what should be the proper ethical and moral conduct of business. We are not here to bring up creative branding ideas, but to insist on ethical, human, and environmental fundamental values that are sometimes neglected. Let us all remember that business corporations were and still are chartered by the state in order to supply social value that the state believes it cannot deliver by itself. Sadly, the current state of situation is that many business corporations, dominantly the multinational ones, have turned to be value-extracting entities and not value-creating ones. Actually, we are in the midst of a trust crisis between people and business, as was just mentioned, and it's time to go back to the drawing table. Aging as a societal phenomenon intensifies and clarifies this need, and I will briefly explain. Within a lifespan of around 80 years, we can easily identify the productive years. From birth till around 20 years of age, we are very dependent on our parents and community, and thus economically unproductive. And again, around 70 years of age till we die, we are again turned unproductive. 30 years in total, almost half. Let there be no mistake. I'm not calling to send children back to the cotton factories, although this phenomenon does exist in certain places in the world. Nor do I urge all people to continue their productive jobs. I call about reframing what production is. Production